Okay, now let's hear about your father. What he did.
When I lived with my father on Fayette,
Yeah.
he said, "What you want for your birthday?" I was about 17. I said, "A TV." He came home with a little small radio. So I used to go to Aunt Anna's house and stay till 11 o'clock at night watching TV. So one day I met your father, and I was going to the after school program. He fooled me, so that's how I ended up in his house getting pregnant with you. So
How did he fool you? What happened?
he said he was going to his house to change clothes, so I went with him. So he took advantage of me. So then,
Okay.
after that, I used to see him walking down the street. I walk on the other side. I stayed in high school. I had to drop out of high school. I went to jail. I was taking up nursing. I had to drop out of high school. My father had to send me out of school. Then, right before the TV, he said, "What you want for your birthday?" I said, "A TV." That's like I said. That's why I split out of the house. So then, as time passed, he brought that chick in the house. She was pregnant. You know, my half sister, supposed to be my sister. She had to sleep in the bedroom because my father had like a combination living room, bedroom, 2.5 room apartment. She used to sleep in the bed with me. He slept on a cot in the room. She was 8 months pregnant when she came to my house. So every day my father come home and say, "Yeah, you was with that nigga. You talking about you going out his house?" I was telling him the truth. So then, I'm in the kitchen. I had a butcher knife in my hand. He thought I was going to cut him, but I was just shaking the knife at him because I would tell him I said I don't had something to do with the guy one time. So then he goes next door because Uncle Excel was going with a lady named Rhoda. That was his girlfriend while he was with Ernestine. And she used to take Ernestine used to take me to the beauty parlor with my hair done. So the chick named Rhoda. We was in the car with Uncle XL one day because he had his own cab. And she said, "You gained weight." So I started crying. I told her I was pregnant. So she says to me, "How many months?" She said, "Well, it's too late to do anything about it."
How old were you?
I was 17 years old, almost 18. Too far gone to have an abortion. So to make a long story short, my father, I said to him that day, "What you gonna do with the furniture?" He said, "I'm going to leave the apartment to you," because he tried to get me on welfare. And welfare, they said he had a date with me. But since he and I had that argument and I had the knife in my head in my kitchen, he ran next door and told them I was going to cut him. So he sells all the furniture to her brother. Aunt Anna was going to take the girl, but my Aunt Anna's mother, the girl took the baby down south, and Aunt Anna and her mother raised the girl, Ernestine. My father sold all the furniture, took me to his cousin's house in Manhattan, and left me there. I was working in a restaurant.
What cousin was that?
Cousin Lena.
And so,
She used to babysit you. When I lived on 100th Street, you was a little kid then.
how did that make you feel?
He was gone. I disliked my father because he lied. I came to New York City, Maine to find out the truth because all we used to tell me he lied all the time. So I came here and found out the truth. He was a big liar. And he lied to my ear. Don't get me a TV. And didn't get it.
How did that make you feel?
I didn't care for him no more.
Okay, but how did it make you feel inside? What were your feelings?
I said I disliked him, hurt. And found out he was a liar because my cousin was telling me he was a liar, but I had to find out the truth. So then the next thing I know, I'm at my cousin's house. She used to babysit you because she did hotel work. What she did?
How old are you, Mom?
73.
Okay.
She used to be a maid in a hotel, make change her bed. So she used to babysit you while I worked in the restaurant. And then I couldn't get welfare there, so then I moved down upstairs to Miss Laura Jean's house, and she helped me get on welfare so they started paying rent. Then I moved to that kitchen there, and because I met Eric's father at Rosalie's house. That was Jimmy's friend. And then I moved to the Belmont Avenue. No, my father was a big liar. That's why when I lived on Boston, I had called him up and told him I need $25. He had me come all the way up to Aunt Anna's house. Here's the money for you. And then brought me a bag. I said, I got food in my house. trying to impress ain't out of them. They just laughed at him.
To qualify for the
But
deputy
James,
civil
my husband
you
did
must
lie.
have at least 10,000
So after that, I
credit
just took
card
care of
debt,
myself and
unsecured
ain't
loan
relied on
debt,
nobody.
collection debt, and or medical
Okay.
debts. You must also be
So how do you feel now about talking about that? I mean, do you
No,
still?
that don't bother me now.
I know, but I'm saying, do it bring up old feelings of hurt and
No, I don't even
abandonment?
think it, no.
Okay.
Cause I
Now,
learned about it already.
Okay.
I done got over it.
okay. So do you still hate your father? Or have ill
No,
feelings?
I don't hate him. I went to the nursing home to visit him sometime, taking him food and clothes and stuff. He said, "Why you bring me all this stuff?" I guess his conscience was. So I told him what happened between you and your father. All he could do was bow his head. Because your father told me, after I left his house, after what he did, he said, "You tell your father my boys will fuck up your father." So for 26 years, more than 26, when my father nursed him, that's when I told him, I said, "You thought I was a bad girl." So I told him, all he could do was bow his head.
Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Affiliated
All
with
right.
And Gail was the one who stole the silver dollar that a lady had gave you when you was a baby. And I called up they out and they out and said, "No, she didn't come over with no money." And that's why for all them years I just, my father used to ask me, "Yeah, you spent that silver dollar, lady gave it to Garrett when he was a baby." Because Gail heard and left the house. I didn't know she was rambling anywhere. She heard and left our house. And then when I looked done playing with my husband, I called in, I said, "Did Gail come over with the money?" She said, "No, it had your birthday, 1962. Some lady had gave that to you." And then when I used to come out there to visit Mr. Gail always be, "Shirley," I said, "That's why you come visit me?" Because I thought about all that bullshit I went through my father over a silver dollar and about your father. Yeah, that's why she tried to get away from her. She always begged. You
So-
got any money?
So basically, hearing what you're talking about,
Yeah.
how has that made you as a person, as a woman now that you're 72 years old?
I'm 73 years old.
73.
I learned about my father's family and about my father, about liars, and he was a liar.
And do,
My cousin told me my father was a liar. And we seen evidence, me and my sister. He called, "I got some money for y'all." We looking out the window, ready. All in said, "Y'all might as well go to bed." My sister stayed up all night long waiting for that dollar. No, I don't have any batteries for that.
she stayed up all night,
Yeah, and she found out. No, those batteries don't go. That goes in my.
and she found out what?
That my father was alive. She got married that year. Jeanette, the next year went to California. No, them batteries don't go in the.
Well, let me ask you a question.
What?
Do you think in some kind of way that may have affected what happened to you may have affected your relationship and you being a mother and raising your own family?
With
Maybe.
men? Yeah.
I'm talking about dealing with your own family because you became a mother. You think that kind of affected you in some
Yeah,
kind
but
of
I
way?
never lied to my kids. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't.
No,
tell them
I'm
about it.
saying as far as how being that you were abandoned, it's easy for you to maybe abandon somebody or not show care concern.
Because I wouldn't. My cousin didn't raise me to be that type of person, and I'm not that type of person anyway.
Okay.
Now some mothers would have abandoned their kids or would have never had no children that they experienced that.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
Okay. Look at